So I was just gonna have one ice cream, but Ethan can never pass up on a 2+1 deal. I got two different flavors of papiko. This is the old traditional, I know how it tastes like, delicious chocolate one, and this is just a straight up milk one. And this here is called toisanya. Wow, look at that. No more sucking icy through like a tube. You guys all know I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but an icy coffee, I'm gonna take that any day. Oh, so good. And now for the milky papiko. I have absolutely no idea what papiko means, but it sounds cool. Papiko. This one's a standard icy in a tube. Oh, yeah. You know, what is that vanilla drink in Starbucks? It has almost like a honey-like taste. Probably a bit too sweet for my preference. I recommend the traditional papiko, but I'll take the chocolate goodness to go. So today I have a bit more time going back home, so I decided to drive around the city of Chuncheon, and I'm really liking it. This is super underrated. It's right by the river, very scenic, and I really like how they have some of the older buildings around here, and they restored it for that sort of hipster type of look. Overall, I'm really liking it. This is possibly my favorite city. I don't say that lightly, but I really like this city. This is on the top. It would be this city so far, then Icheon, then Yeosu. So I've only been to 3 other cities other than Seoul in this motovlogging series, so it's not a lot to choose from. But I have a feeling that this city is going to remain up there because I've been to a couple other ones, not vlogging. They're not this scenic. Most likely you're not going to have a motorcycle when you come out here. So if you're wanting to climb those mountains, I definitely recommend that you stay here and just take a bus up there or drive and rent a car. This is a very pleasant city to be in for sure. For the size of the city, it's remarkably clean. Every corner is spick and span. Such wide road, so pleasant here. I guess I'm not the only one that thinks that. There's definitely new construction going on everywhere. I'm gonna mark this spot. I'm gonna come here next time. Alright, I found another free camping site. These are the water sporting people coming with all their cars, and then they have jet skis, whatever, and they're camping it out here with their boats. So that's a free campsite. I decided to explore this area a bit more because it seems like a very popular area.
You have veered off course, searching for a new route.
So I went to the very end where it was marked campsite, and I talked to the person there, and he says now it's private property, so you can't camp anymore. And to the left and right of this little area, farmland, I see they're utilizing like foreign workers to pick green onions, but you know, there's this little island here. I saw some people fishing on it. If somehow you're able to swim across that area, I think that would be a pretty nice campsite, if you don't mind camping on the rocks. Otherwise, the safe option would be back there where the motorsports people are. You know, I don't know how I missed that. So I came down from that area, and that's the recreation area. I guess I'll head down here and see if there's some campsites. I'm the kind of person that likes to see things out, but I think Roman era roads were better than this. My bike can't handle this anymore. I'm gonna have to head back and cut my losses. Know what it felt like to be an Israelite for 4 years out in the godforsaken desert, I recommend you don't come here. And this is probably the last time you'll ever see me come here as well. This is Tank Boy, my favorite icy. But they also now have a great flavor. I don't think it could ever be as good as this, because it's pear, the most refreshing fruit ever. And the thing about this Tank Boy, as opposed to Papico, is that it has a coarse ice texture, almost like how the pear itself is coarse, so it replicates it quite well. I'm very curious to know how this tastes. Plus it's +1. Not bad. Has that same coarse icy texture that's refreshing. And the typical sort of grape flavor that you would expect in most Korean candies and ice cream, which isn't a bad thing. But if you had to choose one, I'd go with the pear because it's unique. Found a nice little potential camping area right there as well. It looks like it's public lands. I'm actually liking this spot better. Underneath the bridge, pretty sandy. Similar setup to the place I was in. This whole area has a bunch of creeks. This place does even has like a restroom. It's for the local people, as you can see. They're cooking something there. They just have a warning not to throw away trash, which is a given.
Continue straight ahead.
Alright guys, this is Yumyeongsan, the mountain that's behind my home. I won't be camping here, but I just wanted to wrap up my vlog here today just to show you these free camping areas are few and far between now in Korea. It's quite a task trying to find them. And I know this area quite well because it's my home, so I drive around it trying to find everything. Whatever the case, hope you guys enjoyed this motovlogging series. If you do, let me know in the comments below, and I'll go on to more adventures for you in other regions of Korea. But until next time, stay safe and keep on exploring. Alright, here it is, guys. This is the main entrance to Obongsan from Daeuryeong. It's actually a bit tricky to get here because there's actually like a 4 or 5 kilometer tunnel that bypasses this road. So you're gonna have to veer off on the edge of that tunnel. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go to the other end of the tunnel and circle around, which is quite a distance. That little point is where you're gonna hike up for 0.4 kilometers, and then for 1.3 kilometers it's actually a pretty gradual walk along the 5 peaks. So although it is twice the distance, being about 2 kilometers, it's a much more enjoyable hike. You also really can't miss this place because it's guarded by 2 tigers, and there's plenty of parking on both sides of the road. 50 meters from that entrance, I also noticed a nice little campsite. You can see other people have camped here. This is quite unfortunate though, and this is why you will probably see these free campsites disappear eventually, because people are going to be sick and tired of cleaning up after other people's stuff. So really, don't do that kind of crap, guys. So horrible.